How to comp a wholesale property in under 5 minutes. Guys, it's Rick Ginn, and today I'm going to show you how a wholesaler comps a property. I'm going to show you the rules to engagement in comping, and then I'm going to show you how to go into XLeads and comp a property in easily under 5 minutes. But before I get into it, do me a favor. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share this video with someone who wants to find the truth out about wholesaling. So we're talking about comping and wholesaling. And remember, comping is the mathematical problem of wholesaling. Now, you need to know it, but it is not the most important thing. You have to get behind the story on the property. And the only way to do that is seek out and connect with motivated sellers. Now, before you comp, I want you to understand this. You must identify a seller's motivation before comping. If you decide to comp before doing that, honestly, you're basically being a realtor, and it has nothing to do with wholesaling. You see, if I get 100 leads and I find 5 to 7 people that I can work with, maybe they have a probate, maybe they're in pre-foreclosure, a tax delinquency, a code violation. Of those 7, probably 3, maybe 4, I'll wind up comping because there's desire to sell the property at a discount. And then I'll go in 5 minutes. And if I wind up spending that, what do I spend? 15, 20 minutes. Now, if you do a full comp like you guys traditionally do as realtors, you could spend 45 minutes to an hour and it could wind up, if you work with 100 leads, it could cost you over 100 hours. We're not going to waste our time. Remember, the art of wholesaling is buying deep discounted properties from motivated sellers and selling your contract to cash buyers. So why do we need to know the perfect ARV on a property, the after repair value? That's the person we sell to as the fix and flipper. So why waste your time trying to find that last 5, maybe 7% of the property when it really doesn't matter as a wholesaler? The honest to God truth, we buy cheap, we buy at low discount prices, and we sell our contracts to cash buyers below market price. They've got to have incentive to buy it. So it is important we do comp the motivated sellers and we find out what the value of the asset, meaning the house, is, so we can represent it to our cash buyers. If you don't get comping right, you might overpay for a contract and you're wasting your time wholesaling. Now, the important thing you have to understand is comp is short for comparables. And the most important thing in comparables is you have to use your common sense. You have to put apples to apples. You have to match similar houses up in similar areas and everything. And what I want to do is right now go through the guidelines you want to use for comping. And then right after that, we'll go into XLeads and show you how to do a typical comp for a wholesale property. Remember, guys, the ultimate price for a property is ultimately figured out by your cash buyer, not by the computer, not by your seller, not by an appraiser, not by a real estate agent. It is between a buyer and seller. So we are making our best estimate of apples to apples to figure the value of the house. Now, one of the first guidelines you have to understand, there's 3 different types of properties you'll run into when running comps. Number 1 is going to be active properties. These are properties openly out on the market, often with realtors on MLS. Sometimes they're FSBOs, and they'll be marked as active. And sometimes those are delusional realtors, delusional sellers, or a combo of both. And you cannot rely on that for a comp. It can give you guidance. Let's face it, most of these are wish lists, so you have to be very, very careful of active listings because it's what they're asking for. The key word is asking. Remember, we're wholesalers. We're buying the properties. So an ask can be sometimes wildly off. Sometimes they're 10 to 20% over the given market price. Remember, sometimes the agent has to set what the seller says, or the agent declares the property's value and they're wrong. They're wrong all the time. I don't rely on them, and just be careful when doing active listings. The other one are pendings. These are properties going under contract. Now, I'll pay more attention to those properties because it means a buyer and a seller have come to an agreement. They just have not closed on the property yet, and it's usually contingent upon inspections and financing, and sometimes those do drag on. They hold much more weight, in my opinion, than an active. And then the holy grail of all comps is a sold property, meaning it's sold, it's on the record, and it's done. There is no wiggle room on it. It's said and done. Now, what's even better is using the comp of the property you're looking at that is actually sold, because if it's sold really within the last 2 to 3 years, that is your comp. I don't care what anybody says. You just have to decide, has it gone up? Have they added value to it? Have they done nothing to it? Are they in a seller's market? So a sold comp for that current property. So if a property sold for $400,000 2 years ago and you can't find a lot of other comps, I would look at that property because you can go and look at it on market sometimes with pictures. You can do that inside of XLeads. And if they haven't done any upgrades and the market's been pretty much the same, that's the comp. That's what you use. And I'm still going to try to get a deep discount on it. So those are the basic rules to run a comp for wholesaling. Now, once we have the rules here, we got to have some simple guidelines. And what I want to do is I want to go into XLeads and show you how the filters work when you do a comp. And then it's much more easy to walk you through and show you on the screen. So let's jump over into XLeads and let's run a typical comp. So I hopped inside of XLeads here and I picked a zip code that I've recently done some properties on. And you're going to see here is you have all these properties. And what I'm going to do is just grab the first one I can grab right here. And I click on this property. So say this has come up on my radar. Maybe I found it through a probate lead. Maybe I found it through a code violation. And I've identified motivation. I already told you, you must identify motivation first. Now we're going on the comping. Now that I have it, if you look here, we obviously, the seller's information is all skip trace. Their email's in there. XLeads makes it super convenient to pull any values on a property. Now, if you notice first, what we've made it so simple inside of XLeads is you have a retail value, which is the ARV of 411. You have the rental rates and you have the wholesale. This is your target number. You get it under contract for this and it doesn't need a lot of repairs. It means you have a great deal. Remember, guys, it is a goal. It is a target. If you pay more for that, it's okay. But I just want you to understand the disparity between the wholesale and the retail is where we make our money in wholesaling. Now, I'm going to show you how to go further in the comp. If you want to investigate it, go up here and just click the comp button. So if you want to get deeper into it, say you're getting ready to go meet up with a contract, and this is what we call comp verification. I'm only going to do this at the last, right before I go to sign a contract, because this requires a little bit more detail. And XLeads right here, they color code all the properties for you. So a green is going to be an active property. A yellow means it's pending, and a red means it's sold. So I've already given you the priority of what you put status to towards your comp, and you want to keep that in mind. XLeads is going to go in there and it's going to use its technology, its AI, to find the best comps that most assimilate with your property. And if you see here, here's your property. It's going to tell you it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It's going to give you the square footage. Now, we're going to talk about the filters we use to get the best comps. And at XLeads, it's right up here. So if it's a 4-2, the first thing I'm going to do is set the bedrooms to 4. And I want to match to 4 bedrooms. And it's a 2-bath. So I'm obviously going to set it between 2 and 2. I'm looking to match apples to apples. So when I set that filter there, and then the proximity, the closer, the better. Proximity is everything when doing comps. I don't like to go outside a mile, and in a perfect world, I would go in under like 0.5 miles, but often you don't get enough comps to do that. In this case, maybe we do 0.75, and 0.75, it looks like we have enough comps to play ball here, so that's perfect. Now, the next one, which is really important, is the square footage, and if you look on the square footage, XLeads does this really cool feature where it'll give you the difference in the square footage. So I don't even have to use that. Now, if you want to manually do it, you can put it in there, but it doesn't matter how you do it. So if I see the square footage 1754, it set it at, what I'll do is just say 1400, and then I'll say 50. And that gives a good range on the square footage. And let's see what it does with our comps. And then the next important is lot size within 200 square feet. Remember, if you have similar lots, most lots in Florida are 1/4 acre. If you have a property on a 1 acre, it's going to be worth more. And then we're going to look at time. So you can look at all sale dates. I like to go 6 months or less. You can see that. Now, if you really want to get tightly focused, you can do 90 days, but a lot of times there's not enough data on there. And so I'm going to go back and put the last 6 months. Now, the next most important one from going left to right is we want to look at the year built. And year built separates really old houses to like brand new builder houses. So this house was built in 2003. So I don't want to comp a house from 1960 to the house 2003 because it's completely different. Higher ceilings, better plumbing, better electrical. Obviously, it would be worth more. So what I will do is go up here and I'll do year built, and I'm going to find anything from 1990 to say 2015. And you can tighten these numbers up. Maybe we do 1995, 94. It's up to you. But if you get the numbers see, we only have 2 properties here. So you either got to go back and change some of your filters on this. And what I'll do is cut this back to 1990, see what happens. So this tends to indicate this property is a newer house built in a slightly older aged neighborhood. And I'm going to take note of that. So the only other thing I'm going to do is go back and change this. And I'm going to change it to the last year. And so I've got 3 comps here. And we're just going to have to go with what we got because obviously there's just not a lot of sales. So this is going to indicate maybe we're in the wrong market. Is there demand there? What's going on? Or you can go over here and open things up. What I'll do is push the distance back to a mile. And that seems to be the key factor there. So let me go back and check the year built date. I put on there 1990. And then I put on here 2015. Now you can go as deep as you want. There's more filters over here. You can click them. If you just want to look at the solds, watch what happens here. Now that's really, really old. But I like to look at the active and pending because it'll give you an idea. Now, when you go in there, you can simply do a thumb up for a thumb down if it fits. Now, most of these are going to be very tight and similar. So now I'm looking, it already told me in the beginning it's worth 411. So and that number will be right there. And then you go down here and then this one is sold on 530. So I'm going to look at the most recent one. And I'm looking one here at 300 is sold for 367,000. It was built in 2004. I'm going to use that comp. And then here's one that was sold on 5.9. And then here's one that sold there. And then you just go decide which ones. I like to get at least 3 or 4 minimum so you can get some averages going on here. And then what you do, if you want to go find the details on the house, you just click this button and it will go on the internet. And you can click, you can do Redfin, you can do this. So it looks like this house was sold for $370,000, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's going to give you details there. Now, what I like about it is it's going to have the pictures on it. Now, the really cool thing is the pictures are already inside your XLeads account. I like to go out and verify everything, and you can bounce around on it. Now, remember, we're just trying to get a comp here, and I'm going to look here, and it says, I got another one here. It's very close, very similar, 2006. That was sold in last July. And I'm trying to look and see the most recent sale, which there hasn't been a lot lately. And then I'll pick this property. Now, when I run that numbers, I come up with an average square foot and we come in at like around 395. And if we go back to the details, it said 411. So when I dug in it deeper, it says there's the sales are kind of declining. There's not as much activity, and you got to look into this. But remember, I just gave you a range of 395 to 411. I spent less than 5 minutes doing this. I don't spend a lot of time on this. See, because if I get it under contract for $267,000, I don't have to worry about if it's worth 395 or 411. There's plenty of money for me to put it under contract and sell it to a cash buyer to take over my position, to do whatever they want. They can rent it. They can do a fix and flip with it. They can live in it. I don't care. But the idea is, how can I get a comp in under 5 minutes? I literally just showed you how to do it. And what I'm going to do is simply add this to my leads. And when I go under all my leads, all the information is going to be under there. And if you look under this, my leads all in here, your comp report will actually save under your file in XLeads, so you don't have to rerun it. And that's the beauty of it. Now, you just got to reach out to the seller. You're going to have to connect with them. You either do it in person or you do it over the phone. And this is where you're going to go for the no. You're going to go in and make your offer. Remember, the idea is to get rejected, because if you get an initial yes, you most likely overpaid for it. If you want to learn how to make these offers on this property, make sure you go over to freewholesaling.com. And guys, remember, wholesaling is about connecting with the seller and getting the story behind the property. This video is just to teach you how to do the math behind the property. It's important you learn that number, but go in and find out why the property is vacant, why they have a code violation, why they're behind on their taxes, why the property is in pre-foreclosure, and help the seller solve a problem. Once you connect with them and gain their trust and you actually help them and educate them through the process, you're going to make a low offer. I know it's going to be uncomfortable, but honestly, this is the quickest way to get a positive outcome. And you take on the stress, not the seller. And the idea is to get a counter. Once you get a counter, you can put a deal together. And the whole idea of wholesaling is to minimize your risk, maximize your reward, and you can repeat this process over and over. I've been doing it for over 23 years, and I want you to do it. If you want to learn how to do this, go over to xleads.com. Guys, you can do comps. This is the easiest way to do it inside the software. Never again do you have to spend more than 5 minutes. And always remember, make sure you seek motivation before you do the comping. Guys, let me know in the comments if you're going to use XLeads to comp your properties. And if you got value from this video, do me a favor. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video with anyone you think needs to find the truth out about wholesaling. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.